our assignment on page 232. In last video, we went from particles to grams, okay? And this time we're going to go backwards. We're going to go from grams to particles. Notice I have this up here, grams to mass to moles to particles, okay? We still have to have two solutions. We still have to figure out the moles in the middle. That's what connects us. The problem here was actually number one, okay? This is 1 out of 3, so it's really cutting down your assignment, but this may help you. And the problem says find the number of atoms in 237 grams of copper. And again, they give us the atomic mass units of copper as 63.55 grams per mole. And we're going to need that in our conversion factor. Okay, here's our conversion factor. So I start off with grams, 237 grams of copper, and I'm going to convert it. I'm coming from grams this way, so I'm going to have moles over atomic mass units, okay? And we figured that was 63.55 grams. So the grams will cancel here, and I end up with a division problem, 237 over 63.55, and that turns out to be 3.73 moles of copper. Now I've got my mole part, I got the center part. Now I'm going to start a new problem, and again I'm going to take that bit of information and put it down here to the left so I can create my equation for the conversion. So I'm starting off with moles. I'm going to go backwards to particles. So I have 3.73 moles of copper. And which conversion factor do I use? I want the moles to cancel, and I can see in my model here that this will be the conversion factor. So I put 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd. That would be copper atoms in 1 mole of copper. Okay, the moles cancel out, and I end up with a multiplication problem. 3.73 times 6.022 ends up being 22.5, and then I've got to bring in my power of 10, and that's 10 to the 23rd. And I look at my problem with 3 significant figures. I've got that covered, okay, but I don't have it in the right notation for scientific notation, as you recall. I can only have 1 digit in the units position, so I need to divide this number by 10 so I can move my decimal over. If I divide this part of the number by 10, I got to multiply this by 10, and thus I get 10 to the 24th. So 2.25 times 10 to the 24th atoms of copper is my final answer. You guys go ahead and do the next 2 problems, and you should do just fine. Remember, try to follow this, include this much information, and you'll be doing great.